Welcome to the 9642 podcast. This is your host, Mr. Number 9.
And this is The Fool.
This is where me and The Fool give our
Unqualified and unrequested.
ramblings on the various issues in the world of sport.
Or something like that.
Hello everyone, it's World Cup time. Ba, ba, ba.
Good times.
Good times indeed. How have you been enjoying the World Cup tournament so far? Finals tournament.
Good. Yeah, it's been very good. As we've said, I think it's the last, actually all the World Cups we've covered, Once the World Cup starts, all that mumbo jumbo from beforehand sort of just disappears back into the distance, and it's been a wonderful World Cup. I think the games I've watched have been exciting. Little disappointed with New Zealand versus Egypt. First half wonderful, second half Egypt stepped it up again. But New Zealand's been doing well. Messi's scoring all the goals for Argentina. We had some English tears the other day with the draw against Ghana, which was just peak. It's been really good.
Yeah. I agree. I think though both England and England and Ghana would be pretty happy with the draw.
Yeah, well, England was dominating. Whilst they didn't have many shots on target, they had lots of shots. They had all the possession and all the passes and all the pass accuracy. But Ghana just defended well, held them out, looked dangerous so that England couldn't push all the way forward. There was moments where Ghana looked like they might do it. They looked threatening, they looked good on attack when they took it out, but the English team itself, I don't know, I think they'll be like, it's points, it gets us through. That's probably the harder game of the group for them. I mean, Croatia, they had Croatia already. That was a hard game as well, but it was an aging team there. Croatia's well past their peak of the current generation, so
definitely it's nostalgic to see Perisic and Modric still playing.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. But
but there is a few younger people. This is technically Croatia's third generation coming through, slowly replacing the veterans.
Yeah.
I think England did play really well against Croatia, but that was a team that was always going to try and fight them mano a mano rather than sit back. And also, I think Croatia knew that defense was not their strength, not like in 2022 or 2018. And I think also in that game, just Harry Kane had a blinder. Just as I've been telling people, I think he's just invented a new position. He's the false six. And the key difference is he's not a false nine, because a false nine is actually using his defensive strengths from that forward position, they're going back, recovering the ball, and tackling and pressing from deep to try and get the ball. And whereas he is a false six, because if you look at his heat map, it looks like a number 6 heat map from that game. But he's not really trying to win tackles and things as much as what he's doing is he's creating gravity. So when the other team have the ball, Harry Kane in that 6th position is still a threat. They know if the ball gets recovered quickly and he gets the ball quickly, he's just gonna be dangerous and run. And they, it just gives that extra second. Yeah, we all knew Einstein wrote it 60 years ago in the special theory of relativity. Gravity affects time and space, right?
Yeah.
And his gravity is creating space for his players and buying time for them as well.
Yeah, exactly. As you say, he's being a threat. He's something that people have to worry about, and it just means that the defense, even in attack, they have to worry about where Kane is, what he's doing. It buys time for everybody else.
Yeah.
And you say that game against Croatia, he was on fire. He played really, really well. From what I saw, unfortunately, I had a lot of meetings on at work yesterday, so only sort of parts of the England-Ghana game, which was very disappointing for me. But he didn't seem to have quite the impact against Ghana, and he did sky one right in front. There was a golden chance that England should have scored like 3 times, and somehow the ball did not go in the back of the net. I watched that and was like, yeah, this is not your day, England. It's not your day. Like, you can't score there, like, what's happening?
Yeah, and let's be fair, like I said, Croatia were doing the mid-block, and they were trying to cleverly press, and basically Harry Kane was press resistant, and that what he was playing, how he was playing in that game was perfect. Whereas Ghana were more than happy to play what the kids are nowadays calling haram ball. This is not just like everybody else. Ghana fans and Ghanaian football fans are telling me, like, yeah, our team play haram ball. Like, there's nothing more to it.
Yeah, that's it. No, yeah, you could see that Ghana had a game plan and they executed it well. And I think, whilst both teams will be relatively happy with the draw, I think Ghana will be happier. Like, England would have felt they should have got something out of that. It's still fine, like, say, it means the draw means they're going through, they've got what looks to be the easier game left with Panama. It should mean that they're top. Croatia and Ghana have got to go together. I don't like Ghana. I think they'd have to change their game against Croatia. They're not going to be able to play like they did against England and expect anything out of it. It just wouldn't work the same. So I know, like, that just seems it's uncertain how that will go. But yeah, I feel like England should have the best of Panama. That will give them top spot, and that will be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where this group, like Panama's, we can safely say is eliminated because they have lost to Croatia, and head-to-head is the first deciding factor, not goal difference.
Yeah.
In this World Cup, which is weird.
Yeah.
And it's led to some problems in the draw, which we'll get to. Basically, let's just go through the groups. Like Group A, Mexico, I think played pretty well against South Africa, but they kind of stuffed up by getting some red cards, which could affect them later in this in the tournament. Like, I don't think South Africa played badly in that opening game. They just because they lost their way and they started getting red cards, and it's hard when you lose 2 people.
Yeah, exactly.
And that game wasn't even a bad-tempered game. There's like 3 red cards, but I watched it and I was like, this isn't a game that's a 3 red card game. This is just, you know.
But at the same time, all 3 red cards were red cards.
All 3 red cards were valid. Yeah, absolutely were valid. Like, the referee had a blinder. Like, every... like, he reffed it well, he controlled the game, and all of them were just careless tackles, and and one of them, like the South African second red card's like, what are you gonna do? They're through on goal, you gotta take the red to hope that they don't, like that. You can't be angry at that sort of red. You're like, okay, that happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, all of them were sort of, there's one that was sort of a little bit, wasn't even like it was bad in that it was the elbow to the face one. But even that was seemed very accidental, but at the same time, it's like, you've elbowed in the face, like, it's a red card. It's like, what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Like, I know you're looking at it, it doesn't look like you were particularly trying to, like, you weren't actually hitting him in the face, but you did throw your elbows up, and the face was there, and, like, it's a red card. You're not gonna argue, and you say it wasn't an ill-tempered match, right? It wasn't one where you go 3 red cards, you think, oh, there was tackles flying in, there was pushing and shoving. It's like, no, it was quite a clean game. Just had 3 moments that were 3 red cards, and the ref gave 3 red cards, as he should. So
yeah, and Mexico, let's just say, they've been impressive. They've 3 games, no goals conceded, 6 goals scored, clean clean group stage for them. South Africa, miraculous win against Son Heung-min-less South Korea at the last game today, and they qualify for the knockouts for the first time. So congrats to Bafana.
Yeah.
And South Korea nervously biting on their fingernails to see whether they get through to the next round.
Yeah, but they're at a -1 goal difference, but they're at 3 points, which I think is basically going to be the benchmark, and it's just going to be goal difference. So, yeah.
There'll be a few teams who get 4 points, so we'll see how that works out for them.
Yeah, I think by my count there'll be about half the teams would get 4 points. About 4, maybe 5 would get to 4 points. And that, so there's 3, maybe even 6, but it's about 3 spots, I think, on average available for the 3-point teams. So we'll see how that goes. That means goal difference comes into it there, I think, in that case. So -1's probably not the worst. Let's go, like, most of the 3-point ones will be, that's currently the best out of the ones that'll be 3 points. So it's not. Oh no, Sweden's got 3 points and goal difference 0, but they've still got a game to go somewhere. So I think
Sweden.
No. Yeah.
And only 8 of the teams that finish third are gonna get through.
Yeah,
so
that's right. That's what I mean. So the teams that get to 4 will definitely go through, but there's not going to be 8 of them. It's going to be round 4, 5, 6. Depending on results, probably 4 or 5, and then the other 4 or 3 or 3 or 4 will be the 3-point ones. So it'll be goal difference, because there'll be there'll be about 5 or 6 of them. So goal difference is going to matter.
I think it definitely will matter, but also, like, I think it's a bit unlucky for South Korea, because I don't think they played badly against Mexico. That was a last minute loss to Mexico in that game, and then they made the comeback against Czechia. Like, they at one point looked like the most impressive team on that first day.
That was actually an amazing game. I watched that one. That was so great. They had everything in it. They had Czechia going up, had South Korea like fighting back, and just wonderful goals.
Fighting back
all 3
twice.
Yeah.
Fighting back twice to get to even, and then eventually winning to get that. So South Korea, like, they've played well. It's bad luck for them if they don't make it to the next round, but unfortunately, this is like what happens at the World Cup. And then Group B, Switzerland smashing it through to the next round. Like, what is, like, Switzerland and making it to the second round? Is there a more iconic duo at the World Cup?
Exactly. They do get top spot this time, and they get a 3rd place team. So,
they'll be very happy with that result. Canada on 4 points. They've guaranteed to get to the next round because they've beaten both. I think because they've beaten both Bosnia and Qatar.
Beat Bosnia because they played their 3 games, so they beat Bosnia. So that gave them the 2nd spot. But they also had a better goal difference. Because they smashed Qatar 6-0, so that sort of helped their goal difference.
Definitely. So that's the second hosts go through with Canada. Team USA so far, immaculate tournament, guaranteed first place already. Through to the next round. And it is going to be a straight shootout between Australia and Paraguay to see who gets through to the next round. Team USA probably will rest some players. They have already said they're going to rest all the players on a yellow, which I think that's a good strategic decision. To be fair, you're already guaranteed first place. What's the point in risking people getting reds or injuries?
Exactly.
Whereas Australia and Paraguay have to fight hard. Like, even if they get a draw, I don't like Australia would be happy with the draw, I think, because 4 points and they've got the goal difference, so draw guarantees them the next round.
I think draw guarantee should put Paraguay through the next round as well, but once again, you're going through as a 3rd placed one.
They haven't Yeah, they've got a -2 goal difference, so you never know about how that will play out
Yeah.
for them.
I still think 4 points is enough with everything. Like, there's only the one team so far on 4 points with 3 games played, and there's not many that can realistically make 4.
Yeah. Yeah, and Turkey out, like a real bad tournament for them. The traditional dark horses, but they basically got punched in the mouth by Australia, and then played badly against Paraguay as well.
Yeah.
We go to the next group: Germany, Cote d'Ivoire, Ecuador. This looked like it was going to be a tough group. Initially, Curacao losing 7-1 to Germany. Curacao fans celebrating their 1 goal at the World Cup. They said we won 7-1 against Germany, which is like, I think, the right attitude for Curacao fans to have at their debut World Cup. And then they went on to draw their game against Ecuador. So incredible for the result for them. One of the great upsets of the tournament. Then we had Cote d'Ivoire just losing to Germany. That was a tough game.
It was a tough game.
Very, very even game until they lost. I think Cote d'Ivoire, I mean, we do expect them to beat Curacao, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, and they will, if Curacao beat Cote d'Ivoire, they'll be on 4 points, and Cote d'Ivoire could be eliminated. That would be really rough for them.
Yeah, that would be.
Because in theory, Ecuador could beat Germany, in theory, and still qualify ahead. So that's the set of results that would get Ecuador through to the next round, guaranteed Ecuador to go to the next round.
Yeah, exactly. Ecuador needs the win to guarantee, otherwise they won't be going through.
Yeah. And, well, if they win, but Cote d'Ivoire beat Curacao, they're 3rd place, and you don't know what's going to happen. Because
once again, I'm pretty sure 4 points, I'm pretty happy we'll go through regardless.
Yeah. But they'll still be 3rd. They can't be 2nd if Cote d'Ivoire even get a draw. They can't be
2nd. No.
They can't be 2nd.
No.
So Cote d'Ivoire really just need a draw against Curacao to guarantee their 2nd place.
Yeah.
They could still be top of the group if Ecuador managed to beat Germany. Oh no, head-to-head. No, you're right.
Yeah.
So the guaranteed draw guarantees them 2nd.
Yeah.
The most interesting group, Netherlands.
Yeah.
Playing against Netherlands, Japan. That was the best game for me of the first round. That was absolute, especially that second half. The first game was like a chess match, both sides playing incredibly strategically, no goals, but like that's a game for the real fans, you know, like we're just like, yeah, this is great. Like, and casuals who were watching the World Cup, like casual fans, are like, what's going on? Why are you guys enjoying this? And then second half, they're like, oh, this is awesome, and we're like, yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. 4 goals, you know. But Japan played really, really well. Netherlands played really, really well in that game. And then they both went on. Like, the Netherlands impressively smashing Sweden.
Yeah.
And then Japan smashing Tunisia. And Sweden basically losing their entire, goal difference to that game against the Netherlands. Because they beat Tunisia reasonably well. Tunisia, basically the most defensive team, the other haram ball team from Africa, as African football fans tell me. People were thinking they were either going to have to be really defensive or they wouldn't win a game, and looks like that's potentially where they're headed.
Yeah.
They play the Netherlands. This group, everything to play for. The Netherlands if the Netherlands beat Tunisia, then I think it'll come down to goal difference, but it pretty much guarantees they're in the next round.
Yeah.
Sweden can't catch up, and if Japan beats Sweden, like if Sweden and Japan are basically in a straight knockout, if Japan draws, they're through. If Sweden wins, they're guaranteed 2nd place at least.
Yeah. And I think Japan almost certainly, if they lose, unless because they lose by a lot, they'll pretty much guarantee like being the best of the third place ones. So
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they got a +4, so they have to get a lot of those goals knocked off by Sweden to be not there in a loss.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't see Japan losing that anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, their goal difference is 4, so it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Same with the Netherlands, if they were to somehow lose to Tunisia,
yeah.
finish 4th. Unlikely that Tunisia will score a lot of goals, so they might even have a goal difference as high as 3, so
Yeah.
it's very difficult to see them not get through, at least on a 3rd place
Exactly.
with that goal difference. Then we come to the Group G with New Zealand. Like, I think New Zealand played really well against Iran. I think
Yeah.
Iran also played really well in that game, especially given the circumstances of what they have to go through. So very creditable performance from Iran so far in both their games. But this is another group with everything to play for.
Yeah.
If New Zealand managed to beat Belgium and Egypt beat Iran, New Zealand would get through to this next round, guaranteed in 2nd place with 4 points. Obviously, if New Zealand lose to Belgium, they're out. Belgium pretty much guarantees. They'll be the best 3rd place team if they're not in the top 2 somehow. Which they'll guarantee to be in the top 2 if they win against New Zealand.
Yeah.
And
I think a draw
Egypt,
for both of them will probably knock both of them out. Belgium might still make it with the draw, but it'd be a bit tight then.
yeah, if Belgium draw to New Zealand and Egypt and Iran draw, then I think, like you said, Belgium are almost certainly knocked out. But if like I said, the condition here is like if New Zealand win, but Iran wins, then we know that New Zealand are going to be below Egypt. So the highest they would be able to finish in that scenario, if Iran win, is 3rd. Potentially still could qualify, goal difference.
Yeah.
And New Zealand would, I think, just take if their first win in the tournament.
Exactly.
If they make,
And once again, 4
especially a
points.
big scalp like Belgium.
And once again, 4 points. I'm pretty certain 4 points will send people through as a top 8, 3rd place.
Yeah.
And I've said that for most of these, and there's a few in there that can make 4, but not everybody is. And even then, when I count it up, there's still less than 8 that can make it there. So, to say it's about 6 at the most.
Yeah, and this was the first. Egypt finally, Mo Salah managed to break his World Cup scoring duck, and he, this is like one of the many superstars that have announced their arrival. In the tournament, we had Group H, where Spain initially drew with Cabo Verde, one of the upset results of the tournament, and then Spain, Lamine Yamal just basically went because he played in the last 10 minutes, and Spain looked like they were gonna try and get that goal to beat Cabo Verde in that first game, but Yamal just didn't, he was the guy putting all the attacking impetus, but he started for Spain and he got the goals, and you're like, oh yeah, this guy's Lamine Yamal. Like Pele-esque introduction to his World Cup just as a teenager, just comes and puts on a show. Uruguay so far 2 draws, Cabo Verde 2 draws, Saudi Arabia still could qualify I think if Uruguay, if they manage to win their next game against Cabo Verde,
once again a win will get them to that 4 points, right? So
it's definitely not impossible. They do have a really bad goal difference, so that doesn't
that's relying on that 4 points being enough as opposed to anything else.
And one suspects Spain will want to put Uruguay away. They're not going to want to rely on a draw, because Cabo Verde could win against Saudi Arabia, in which case they would have 5 points, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And Spain would be on 5 points, and it would come down to goal. Like, Spain's going to want to try and score goals and attack, and Like they have one of the deepest squads this tournament, so we know that's gonna be a really good game. Then in Group I, we have the two players who everybody thinks this is their era, Mbappe and Haaland.
Yeah.
And they've both absolutely put a show on in both their games. Norway scoring 7 goals. Like Haaland's just, he's been averaging 2 goals a game, so he's qualifying. So, he could just end up being like, if we count the qualifying tournament, he's already in goals this World Cup cycle.
That's crazy. Yeah.
In the World Cup. Which is crazy. For a UEFA player, that's crazy. There's already been, people are saying online that they believe that the top scorer will reach double figures this World Cup.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
This is for the first time since Eusebio in '66.
Yeah.
So we've got the French here, Mbappe and Haaland. They both have had incredible games. Both teams, we're gonna get to see them play in the last game of the group, and we know both teams have gotten through.
They're fighting for top spot,
I don't think either
right?
Senegal or Iraq, with their goal difference now, I don't think either Senegal or Iraq, regardless of if either of those teams manage to win that last game, are gonna get through.
No, let's go Senegal smashes Iraq. They need 4 or 5 goals to stand a chance.
Yeah. Then next group we have Argentina. We have Lionel Messi. They're already through. He has scored every single goal for Argentina this tournament so far. Is this even going to be his last stance? Is he going to be there in 2030 for a home World Cup?
Yeah, it's a home World Cup. Who knows? Be 42 then?
Technically, it's a double home World Cup because Argentina will be hosting games and Spain, which is his home away from home.
Yeah, exactly. So you never know. He might try, but that may be a year or two too far in terms of his playing career. But I mean, he's showing he still has it right now. So
he'll be 42, which is Cristiano Ronaldo's age right now.
Yeah. And I know we haven't got to Portugal, but I know he played well in the last game, but it's Cristiano is possibly showing that 41, 42, even for someone in peak performance, physical condition, is possibly just a little bit too far. So we'll see.
Cristiano Ronaldo is still 3 goals away from being the most prolific 40-plus-year-old, because Roger Miller scored 5 as a 44-year-old in the 1990 World Cup.
Yeah.
So he was a super sub, like the definition, which Ronaldo refuses to do.
Yeah. I mean, Ronaldo's... I know we haven't got to Group K, but Ronaldo's his own worst enemy in that. He could possibly be doing it better and do that, and maybe Messi will be fine that way. And Messi's already playing in a way that is conserving his body, right? Plus, Ronaldo's still being Ronaldo, so...
Well,
we'll
it's
see.
the classic walking Messi.
Yeah.
And we looking at the next two. This is the issue with this World Cup. Argentina will almost certainly probably get a good result against Jordan. They because the Argentines have already beaten Austria and Algeria, they cannot be removed from first place. They've got the head-to-head.
Yeah.
But Austria and Algeria, if they play out a 0-0 draw, both teams could end up, because they'll be on 4 points, both teams could end up in the next round.
Yeah.
And Algeria knows what it feels like to, for this to be on the bad end of that sort of result. So I don't know, this is one of the problems that FIFA have created by making it the head-to-head thing instead of goal difference first. You know.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, exactly. That it means that once teams have got that advantage, it doesn't matter anymore. Like,
Yeah.
say in this case, yeah, Argentina's beaten Austria and Algeria. You could argue that makes sense, right? They showed they're a better team, so what does it matter if Algeria came out and smashed Austria? It's like Argentina's already shown it. But at the same point, yeah, you say it adds a little bit of the predetermination into it, right? People already know what result matters for them, so, and as you say, Algeria know about that when teams know what result they need. You know, it's caused them to have, FIFA to have to change a whole, the way they do the tournament once before, so.
Yeah, and the thing is here, like Austria and Algeria, because they're playing each other, if they play out a 0-0 draw, they're through probably to the next round.
Yeah.
And like they could, there's no reason why if they have a nerve, I'm not saying they're gonna fix, absolutely not saying that, but like if they have a nervy first half and neither side scores goals, second half you can write that off.
Yeah.
Neither side are gonna go for it, because why would you?
Exactly, and being Group J, they're a little bit later in the cycle, right? So they already know how many teams are going to be on 4 points, so they'll know that that's fine. So, the thing there, and I don't know, they may matter between second and third about which, because there's still the team that they will also know which team they'll be playing the next round. So that might, I don't know who that could be. I don't have it in front of me right now. With the permutations between second and where third could go, that could matter, right? You're worried about which team you're facing, and second place would give you a slightly better option potentially than third place. So that could drive the desire for the goals. But I think you're right. If the first half's nervy and looking a bit scratchy, I don't expect either side to come out in the second half to really be pushing. Get your point, go through, deal with the next round as it comes. Better than losing and getting kicked out. So
it's the whole one bird in hand versus two in the bush situation at that point.
Exactly.
And like, so this wouldn't have happened if FIFA didn't mess with the formula that didn't need to be messed with. There's no reason to have that head-to-head. The whole thing about having it be goal difference at the end, it made the last round have real jeopardy and real stakes.
Yeah, exactly. Took away the predetermination of it, right? You didn't know, like, well, if they score this many, then we might, so you had to score some goals just so that you could keep ahead of goal, like, well, the 3 points is better than anything, because, we don't want to run the risk of losing goal difference or whatever, so it meant people had to attack.
Exactly, and it was possible in theory for a group to end up with 3 teams on 6 points, right? Like that was entirely viable, and it comes down to go, and those were the exciting groups and things, and like now it was, like I said, it's an unnecessary change. It's like many baffling choices in this tournament. We'll just leave it at that. Group K, Colombia playing really well, very impressive so far. Taken their wins against Uzbekistan and DR Congo, but Congo I think played pretty well against Portugal. And if Congo managed to beat Uzbekistan by a big score, they could overtake Portugal. Especially if Portugal get like a smashing from Colombia.
That one, that's where the goal difference comes in. Unfortunately, it is 6 goals difference between DR Congo and Portugal, so that does mean a lot of, but it does mean Congo's got to go out there with an attacking mindset, right? Not just win, really, it's win and win big.
Well, if they win, they're on 4 points, right?
Yeah,
and at
so
least
it should be
a
enough.
0 goal difference.
it should be okay. But if you're winning, you may as well win big, right? So it means getting the first goal is important, and then after that, they may as well keep going for goals, right?
The better you can make your goal difference, the more likely your chances are to qualify. So definitely, you definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna, like, for the Congo, you're probably gonna play against a team that's ranked higher than you anyway most of the time. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you go for it. And also, we want to see those Umbro kits for as long as possible this
100%.
tournament.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that one plays out. So that's another group with everything to play for. And finally, Group L, England, Ghana. We did go over it a bit. This is definitely still a group with everything to play for.
Yeah.
Because Croatia could end up with as many as 6 points in this game.
Yeah.
And England could end up with 7 by beating Panama. Ghana could end up with 7. Both Ghana and England could end up with 7 points. Entirely possible, though I don't know how it'll play out between Ghana and Croatia. I think Croatia, even if they get the draw, with -1 goal difference with 4 points.
4 points still, so I think that's still enough.
You're playing with fire at that point, right? But you are playing at the end, so you've got that advantage to look and see what's going to happen.
Exactly. As I say it all the way through, I think 4 points is enough. I don't expect everybody to get to 4 points. It wasn't everybody that could. Say the problem would be a loss for Croatia, like 3 points and at least -2 goal difference. Feels like that's more problematic than. So I think for them, they want to score. They want to get a point at least. Probably, as I say, maybe a win, guarantee it, and push themselves through. So, at least for them, just to beat in Panama, they don't have to worry about Panama winning and knocking them out of third place. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did miss Group C, by the way, I think, which is the Brazil one. Though they've completed their 3 games, so.
Yeah, Brazil, Morocco both through to the next round. Scotland on 3 points, so and with -3 goal difference, we can almost safely assume they're not gonna make it to the next round.
Yeah, I don't see that working out for them. Maybe, depending on other it is points on the board, as we say. Like they're there as it is at the moment. I mean, there's only 3 ones through, so they're there.
Yeah.
So I think, so they're there currently. Likely to be pushed further down. They might be able to stay into the 4th, into the top 8. But with -3, there's other people on 3 points currently that have better goal differences. So even if they lose and only lose by 1, they'll. Like Croatia's Simone is -1.
Yeah.
So it's Sweden's on 3 with a 0 goal difference, so a loss and they stay on 3. It was -1.
Yeah.
So there's a lot there that's not looking good for Scotland.
Absolutely. But they've, I think, played a pretty decent tournament. We knew that Billy Gilmore was going to be a big loss for them.
Yeah, exactly.
This tournament, unfortunately. The fans had a good time. They literally drank Boston dry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Bars had to close because they ran out of alcohol.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want to hear. Like the Scots returning to the World Cup tournament, and Scotland fans were just saying oh yeah, this Brazil versus Scotland, that's a heritage match. We face them in the World Cup so often. As we New Zealand fans know, that happened during the '82 World Cup when New Zealand were in the same group as them.
Yeah.
And then '98 World Cup when Ronaldo scored 2 goals after Scotland took an early lead.
Yeah.
It was also the World Cup opener back then.
Oh, what's two?
Back then, we had the defending champions play the opening game rather than the host country.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there we go. That's the review. We're just looking at the we've reviewed what we think would be the overview. What is your highlight so far? We all know our low light is the hydration breaks. We all hate them.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Yeah. I think my highlight, I think it has to be New Zealand Iran. Like, it was such a great game. It's like the Kiwis looked good. Chris Wood looked amazing. 2 amazing goals by Just. A little bit better defending maybe, and we had that, like, especially the last Iran goal was just a player free header. And those get scored 9 times out of 10. So that was a bit disappointing, but otherwise I thought that game was excellent. It had everything we wanted. We looked good, I think. And then add on the first half against Egypt, and you've given me 135 minutes of football, and I've been happy with every minute of them up to then. So I think that's my highlight.
I said after the Iran game that if win, lose or draw, if the All Whites play like that with that philosophy and intent, I'm happy with the result. Like, clearly they were getting tired against Egypt at the end. Their defending got very ragged. Even then, they still generated a few chances. Egypt actually defended really well in that second half.
Oh no, Egypt defended really well.
Zonal defending was really good. And their set pieces defending was really good as well. New Zealand, we unhappy that they conceded from set pieces because that was a strength for them. But I think Darren Baisley has got this team run. Like, he understands, like, this team's actually not good at defending. So there's no point putting 5 at the back and make them defend. Like, that's not going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
They may as well try and play on the counter, keep, and build up from the back, not necessarily slowly, but like take your opportunities, bait them forward and take those opportunities and counter if you can.
We've got like 3 or 4 excellent attacking options, right? Not just Chris Wood up the front. Like, he's clearly the biggest threat, right? And I think that's where Egypt did well. Iran let Chris Wood dictate the game, and Egypt didn't. They closed him down a lot quicker and things. But it's not just him. Like, we've got Just Kikache, others running off him that are looking excellent.
Yeah, I think Sarpreet Singh
as well.
has been pretty good as well.
Singh has been excellent.
I think like the unheralded hero of that team is Sumetic, number 8 the team. He was part of like basically bullying Iran in that first game. Keeping them from like just being a nuisance on the pitch and just regathering the ball for the team. I like that the All Whites are not afraid to just go long to Chris Wood. Yeah. I think that's a strategy that's worked for them.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a strategy that works. If we get good ball to him, we can pick him out. He will bring it down, he will hold it, and he can run off him. As long as we've got the runners off him that are able to get up there and give him the options, it works. And say that was what was working in the Iran game. Every time, what you say, they passed it around to get into space, give Chris Wood time to get up, get in position, hoof it down to him, have Just or Singh or whoever running off him, he'd hold it, pass it off them, then they would do their thing, and they looked awesome. And like say, Egypt clearly had watched that and went, all right, let's not let Chris Wood do that. And they didn't stop the long balls, but they always had someone close enough to him to be challenging for it and to stop him being able to bring it down, control it, and then pass. So, Iran stood off, right? They let Chris Wood do it and be like, oh, we'll pick up, he'll pass and we'll pick it up. And it just didn't work. And Egypt's like, okay, don't let him control the ball. Like, if we do that, then New Zealand will carve us up. We'll be able to do stuff. Don't let that even, contest that ball. Don't let it be brought down. And just have people running, covering in behind that. If we lose that aerial battle against them, then they still have to do the bit after as well. So but I think you say New Zealand's attacking strengths look really good, and it's just And the thing is that I going to hold out a little hope against Belgium. Because Belgium haven't looked that good. Like they've
No, I agree.
They've
I
looked
think
like Belgium.
Egypt have looked,
Yeah, Egypt's looked heaps better.
Egypt have looked like the best team in the group, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we've lost to a better team who played better on the day. Like deservedly, Egypt deservedly won. Like New Zealand didn't play badly. Egypt played really well.
Yeah. And Egypt stepped up, right? That second half, they clearly were like, we need to do something. They came out with intent. They had found another gear, and we tried, but we couldn't quite keep them out. Once they got one in, they had their tails up, and they just were so good. It wasn't New Zealand was bad. That was just how much better Egypt was. And Egypt's clearly showing they're the best team in this group.
Yeah.
And Belgium, despite being the highest ranked one, is not looking very good. They're looking very, I don't know, very Belgium. I want to say, like, they just can't get things going for them. So I have a little bit of hope that we'll be able to get, our team's looking good. They're not. They are way more, higher ranked than us and have way better players, but their players are not playing that well. So.
Yeah. And I think Belgium could be a team that if we tested the long ball against them, unless Lukaku starts and helps cover the defense a lot, which is at his current age, he's always been good at defending and tracking back. Give him his credit, but at his current age, how much do you want to do that?
Yeah.
They could be vulnerable on that, so we'll see. That it would be a way to like I said, even if we managed to beat Belgium and we didn't make it to the next round somehow, I'd just still be we got a big scalp and we got like our first win, and we played well in every game. So can't complain about this tournament at all. It was I watched it at Tyler Street, not the Tyler Street bar, but next door at the Brit, because Tyler Street bar was fully booked out by Auckland FC for a watch party. They had so many people that Auckland FC also booked out half the bar next door, which was the Brit where I was at. But they also gave us free merch and let us pose with pictures of the trophies they won this season. So
nice.
Cannot complain. And the lady from the marketing team from Auckland FC just carried the Toyota Shield, A-League Shield, just on her shoulder, as a handbag as she moved out. It was just you love to see it.
That is excellent.
And the OFC Pro League trophy looks awesome. That's a beautiful trophy.
That's good.
So, but double trophy year for Auckland FC to go along with their trophy last season, the minor premier.
Yeah, exactly.
So, fingers crossed they get to continue, and that's gonna be incredible. I'm half tempted to be should I go in on Saturday to watch the game and then watch the WAS after, because they'll all be.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. So I got my brother's birthday, so I can't actually. That would be really, really awesome.
Yeah, fair enough. But either way, really looking forward to the last few games and obviously the rest of the tournament. I think it's great that all the stars have shown up. It took a while for Ronaldo, and Ronaldo was cringe against Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
He was just oh, I'm back, and you're bro, it's Uzbekistan. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Though apparently, if Argentina finish top and Paraguay and Portugal finish second in their group, then Messi and Ronaldo will face each other in the round of 16, assuming both teams win their round of 32 games.
Oh, right. Oh, that's interesting.
So it will be the first time they've ever played against each other internationally. So
yeah. Wow, that's actually amazing.
Yeah, so that would be interesting to see. You'd almost think that it's a fix, right? Almost. FIFA would never fix.
No. No. Actually, to be fair to Peter, they do a lot of things, but I don't know if they'd... Oh, they might try and fix that one, actually. Too fair. That's something they might actually fix. I'm gonna say, FIFA doesn't fix matches. They do everything else, but they don't fix matches.
Yeah.
I don't think they care who wins, really. As long as they get their money.
Yeah. To be absolutely fair, yeah. Because it doesn't matter, it's the World Cup. It could be New Zealand versus Iran in the finals somehow, and that would still be like 5 billion views.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Around the world.
They're not gonna care. They'll just be like, yeah, whoever wins, you guys are all gonna watch anyway, so...
It would, if New Zealand don't win the tournament, I would start, I hope Iran wins, just because it would be hilarious if Donald Trump had to give the World Cup trophy to the Iranian team after signing that peace treaty, which was totally not a capitulation treaty.
Not at all. I'm sure it was a good treaty. It was the best treaty. And nothing at all like the one that he said was crap from when Obama signed it. That was a bad one.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, at this point, I think that's all we have time for today. Thanks very much for listening, and hope to see you next time.
Catch you next time.
Well, that is the end. Thanks for listening all the way through.
If you liked what you heard, we have even more. NineSixFourTwo Discord and a Buy Me a Coffee.
Pretty sure it's Buy Me a Beer.
Oh yeah, buy me a beer on buymeacoffee.com.
In both these places, you can talk to us, and we may even listen, especially if you do buy a said beer or coffee. I might still be confused.
Yes, we're easily bribed. All links are in the show notes below.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
This is on YouTube.